my name is Kelly O'Neill, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about why focusing on revenue nearly bankrupted my business. So I had a very successful career in corporate America, and in 2001 I left to start my own business. And I did really, really well initially. And then I kind of got off track a little bit, and I started to look at some different business models, and I started getting into some coaching and training programs where the entire focus was about the amount of money that you were bringing in. How much did you sell this month? How much did you make this year? What's your revenue look like? What's your revenue look like? And no one ever really talked about profit. And I thought, all right, well, I was here to learn, and maybe they knew something that I didn't. I mean, clearly they were very, very, very successful. So I started really down this path, and quite frankly, I mean, it was kind of a little ego boost, right? The whole idea of getting to 7 figures, which by the way, at the time in the group that I was hanging out with was the Holy Grail. It's like, if you didn't get to 7 figures, forget about it. You have not arrived yet. So I set my sights like any good overachiever. I set my sights straight on hitting 7 figures of revenue. And within the next couple years, I did. I launched a program, I helped a lot of people, and I made a lot of money doing it. But something was really off, because my once very profitable consulting business, where it was nearly 100% profit, maybe 98% profit, it's like now all of a sudden I was making significantly more money, but I had less money in my personal bank account. Something was very, very wrong here. And I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I also, quite frankly, I was a little afraid to ask, because I was like, God, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Again, I was kind of in my ego about it. I was like, I don't want anyone to think I'm dumb. I must be doing it wrong, because they clearly are all making as much, if not more money than me, and they must be keeping it. And what ended up happening was that I started to kind of ask around, and I'd go to events, and I remember this one moment that was really, really pivotal in my profit awakening, was that I was talking to a woman, and she had said very proudly in front of the room that she had done $1.2 million in revenue the year previously. And I thought, well, that's fantastic, good for you. And so over a couple glasses of wine in a hotel room later, what I actually found out that it would have cost her more than $1 million to be able to create that 1.2 million. In fact, that year she had only taken home $62,000 in personal revenue out of $1.2 million. And she said, and she wasn't the only one. And I thought, wow, this is kind of like an epidemic. So I started asking questions, and the more that I asked questions, I was finding out over and over again that people that, in this market that were making tons of money were having the same issues. It was costing a lot. And part of the reason for that is that no one really talked about profitability, right? No one really talked about profitability. So what it felt like for me when I was having my profit awakening was, I've been steered the wrong way here. Like, I'm not on the right path. I went from having this business where I was, making about $300,000 a year, but I was keeping it all, to this business where I was making way upwards of, over $1 million, and I was barely keeping $100,000. Like, this picture was very off. And like I said, when I started asking around, I found out I wasn't the only one. So I decided to look for some new mentors. And I started Googling, and I came across this book by Mike Michalowicz called Profit First. In fact, go out, read the blog post, go buy this thing. It is a great, great book. I love Mike. I interviewed him on my Profit-logy podcast. He's absolutely fantastic. And this is when the light bulb clicked for me. I was like, I've been doing this all wrong. Revenue doesn't matter. I had been working like a dog for the past 7 years to get back to the same level of freedom and profit that I had in my first year of business. And I have to tell you, it was a mind, you know what I'm talking about. It was awful. But at least I woke up, right? At least I woke up and I realized that revenue wasn't really the Holy Grail. It was really about how much profit you were making, and that I could restructure my business in a way that allowed me not only to have the kind of income that I desired, but it also allowed me to have the kind of freedom that I wanted. So if you are someone who's working really, really, really hard, and you might be making a lot of money, or maybe you're making at least enough money, but you're not keeping very much because it's costing you a lot of money to make that money, then I highly recommend that you start where I did and buy Mike's book. Profit First. It's an amazing book. I absolutely love it. I recommend it to all of my students and all of my clients. It really changed my life. But here's the thing too. The Profit First book it really covers the financial aspect of planning for your business. There's a much bigger scope that's involved, and that's why I created the Profit-logy process, which is a 7-step process that allows you to define and design your business to help you rapidly accelerate your path to profit and freedom. And one of those pieces is the piece that Mike has so eloquently covered in his book, which is planning for profitability. So if you are looking for more information about how to get more profitable and keep more money and have more freedom running your business, then please, by all means, make sure that you subscribe to our list. Also, if you like this video, give me a little like, let me know what questions you had, let me know what comments you have. I know that I'm not the only person that went through this, and maybe you went through it as well. Here's what I can tell you. Once I figured this system out, my business has turned around. I am significantly more profitable than I have ever been, and I'm making much more money. Plus the fact is, I've got lots of great free time off to hang out with my friends, my families, cuddle with my puppies, and also play all the tennis that I desire. So if you'd like more information, please let us know. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.
If you are an entrepreneur whose goal it is to be the visionary leader of your business while your company systematically grows, get started now by taking our free Profit-Preneur quiz. You will quickly identify which Profit-Preneur type you are, so you can find your personalized path to mastering the art of working smart, not hard, and accelerating your path to profit and freedom.